Hey, listen. Most people want success to magically appear, yet they live each day as if they don't even deserve it. They hit snooze, wait for motivation, chase validation, and complain about results they never worked for. But here's the truth most won't admit. Success isn't something you chase. It's something you pull into your life by becoming so disciplined, so focused, so relentless that ignoring you becomes impossible. The Stoics understood this long ago. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," meaning the person you shape yourself into determines the life you receive. Not luck, not timing, not outside approval. Today I'm going to show you 7 Stoic growth truths. Principles so powerful that if you apply them consistently, success won't have a choice. It will be forced to find its way to you. If you're ready to build the version of yourself that no one can deny, comment, "I build myself daily." 1. Stop negotiating with your excuses. Your growth begins the moment you stop giving that inner voice a microphone. Most people don't lose to failure. They lose to hesitation, to overthinking, to that soft whisper inside that keeps pulling them back into comfort. And comfort, even though warm and familiar, is the most dangerous enemy of your potential. Excuses always sound convincing. They come disguised as self-care, listening to your body, or waiting for motivation. But beneath every excuse is fear, the fear of falling short, of discomfort, of revealing your true capability. And instead of facing this fear head-on, people negotiate with it. They argue with themselves. They delay. They shrink their goals so they don't feel the weight of effort. The Stoics rejected this mindset completely. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that he was born to rise, to act, to fulfill the work of a human being. He didn't wait for momentum. He didn't need perfect conditions. He didn't need emotional approval. He simply did what aligned with his duty. That is Stoic strength. You act not because you feel like it, but because it is the right thing to do. Every negotiation with your excuses chips away at your identity. When you say you'll wake up early but hit snooze, your mind records it. When you plan to work on your goals but scroll for hours, your mind records it. When you claim you're changing but repeat the same patterns, your mind records that too. Eventually you stop trusting yourself because your actions no longer match your intentions. But the opposite is also true. Every small promise you keep multiplies your inner strength. You build momentum, you build identity, you build self-respect, and self-respect is the root of discipline. This is why the no negotiation rule is so powerful. It trains you to act without debate. When the alarm rings, you get up. When the schedule says work, you begin. When resistance appears, you move anyway. You don't bargain with weakness. You don't beg your feelings for permission. You choose growth instead of comfort. Every transformation story you admire has one thing in common. None of those people felt ready. None waited for motivation. None had perfect timing. They simply stopped negotiating and started becoming. They replaced arguments with action, and that's what you must do if you want success to eventually have no choice. Because excuses kill slowly, discipline brings rebirth. You can't create a powerful future with a mind always hunting for an easier path. You build it by doing what strengthens you, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one is applauding, even when it feels inconvenient. The moment you stop negotiating with your excuses is the moment your life shifts. You stop drifting, you stop delaying, you stop abandoning yourself. You step into the identity of someone who does what must be done. No more bargaining, no more waiting, no more letting fear speak for you. This is where growth begins. This is where your future starts. Stop negotiating. Start becoming. 3. Remove what weakens you. You can't build a strong life on foundations that keep draining you. Modern culture loves the idea that growth is about adding more habits, more tools, more hustle. But the Stoics understood something deeper. Before you add strength, you must remove weakness. Your life is shaped not just by what you do, but by what you allow. Every distraction, every draining person, every toxic habit, every unnecessary commitment steals energy from the identity you're trying to build. And if you don't remove what weakens you, your potential remains trapped in an environment that works against you. Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make you better." Hidden inside that wisdom is another message: avoid what makes you worse. Most people aren't defeated by big obstacles. They're defeated by small leaks, tiny drains, gradual erosion, things that steal their power bit by bit until they wake up exhausted, unfocused, and unsure why. There are three major forms of weakness you must eliminate. 1. Weakening people, not enemies, just the subtly draining ones, the complainers, the blamers, the jealous ones, the ones who call your dreams unrealistic because it makes them feel better about their own inaction. These people don't destroy you loudly, they soften you quietly, they lower your standards, they prefer your comfort and fear your growth. Your future cannot be built around small minds. Growth needs oxygen, not suffocation. 2. Weakening habits. Some habits won't ruin your life instantly, they erode it slowly. The mindless scrolling, late-night dopamine chasing, the "I'll start tomorrow" cycle, emotional eating, constant consumption without creation. These habits look harmless, but they drain your clarity, discipline, and confidence. Every weak habit steals a piece of your fire, and you don't realize how much strength you've lost until the day you try to act boldly, and nothing inside you rises to support it. 3. Weakening inputs. Your mind is a battlefield. What you consume becomes your inner voice. Negative news, gossip, online drama, comparison-driven content, loud opinions without principles. Most people feel mentally exhausted, not because life is hard, but because their inputs are low quality. Stoicism teaches you to guard your mind like a city guards its walls. And here's the shift the Stoics lived by. Removing the wrong things is often more powerful than adding the right ones. In a cluttered room, you don't add organization, you remove chaos. For a fire, you don't add strength by pouring water, you remove what suffocates it. Your life works the same way. Removing one toxic person can take you further than adding 10 good habits. Removing one harmful behavior can bring more clarity than reading 50 books. Removing one source of mental noise can restore more peace than hours of meditation. So here is your Stoic practice, the 7-day removal ritual. No adding, no starting, just removing. Remove one person's access to you. Remove one toxic habit. Remove one digital temptation. Remove one draining commitment. Remove one excuse you repeat. Remove one environment that weakens you. Remove one belief that keeps you small. By the end of 7 days, you'll feel lighter, sharper, more grounded, because subtraction makes space for strength. When you eliminate what weakens you, you uncover what was powerful inside you all along. Growth isn't only about doing more. Often, it's about doing less. Less noise, less chaos, less access, less negotiation. Remove what weakens you, and everything strong within you finally gets the space to rise. 4. Guard your attention like your life depends on it. Your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. Not your time, not your money, not even your talent. Your attention. Because whatever captures your attention shapes your direction, and whatever shapes your direction builds your destiny. People rarely fail due to a lack of potential. They fail because their attention is shattered into 1,000 little fragments. Notifications, drama, gossip, comparison, endless noise, all competing to break their focus before the day even begins. They spend their lives reacting, not creating, consuming, not building, distracted, not grounded. But the Stoics lived another way. They knew a scattered mind can never be strong. A mind constantly pulled outward can never develop depth inward. A mind addicted to stimulation can never build mastery, discipline, or resilience. Marcus Aurelius warned himself, "You become what you give your attention to, not what you wish for, not what you dream about, but what you continuously focus on." And that's the real struggle today. People have surrendered the steering wheel of their mind. Their attention is hijacked and harvested, not by villains, but by systems built on distraction, by habits that slowly dull their potential, by people who drain their focus with noise disguised as importance. You cannot build a focused life with an unfocused mind. Look at anyone who excels: athletes, creators, leaders, entrepreneurs. They all have one thing in common: their attention is fortified. They guard what enters their mind the same way a warrior guards his home. Their mental world is intentional, not accidental. Meanwhile, the unfocused person wakes up and instantly scrolls into chaos, absorbing anxiety, drowning in comparison, losing clarity before the morning even settles. Then they wonder why they feel behind before their day has even started. Here's the truth: your mind is not overwhelmed, it's overcrowded. And overcrowding kills clarity, discipline, and peace. Stoicism offers the remedy. Protect your attention like your life depends on it, because it truly does. Here's how you take your mind back. 1. Create deep work windows, blocks of time where you don't react, you build. No notifications, no switching apps, no checking messages. These windows tell your mind, we create, we don't chase distractions. 1 hour of deep work is worth 5 hours of scattered effort. 2. Establish a no-react zone. Specific times where you respond to nothing. No texts, no drama, no sudden demands. This trains your nervous system to stop reacting instantly, a core skill in Stoic emotional mastery. 3. Audit your inputs. Ask yourself daily, what did I consume today? Did it strengthen me or drain me, sharpen me or clutter me? Your attention becomes your identity. Garbage in, garbage out. Strength in, strength out. 4. Reduce mental leaks. These are the tiny distractions that erode discipline. Checking your phone the moment you're bored, jumping between tasks, starting without finishing, letting anyone interrupt you, letting emotions hijack your focus. Each leak takes a bit of the life you're trying to create. 5. Build a fortress around your mind. Not isolation, intention. Knowing what earns your access, what drains it, what sharpens you, and what slowly weakens you. When your attention becomes disciplined, your life becomes powerful. When your mind stops getting hijacked, your actions become intentional. When your focus sharpens, your future sharpens with it. And here is the final Stoic shift. You don't guard your attention because you're fragile. You guard it because you're becoming powerful, and power cannot grow in chaos. Your attention is your life. Protect it like treasure and watch how quickly success begins moving toward you. 5. Choose consistency over intensity. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they rely on intensity instead of consistency. They wait for motivation, chase adrenaline, get fired up for a few days, and burn out just as fast. Intensity feels exciting, but consistency builds empires. The Stoics understood this long before modern self-help existed. We live in a world addicted to extremes: extreme diets, extreme plans, extreme sprints, and then extreme collapse. This cycle destroys more dreams than lack of talent ever could. Because intensity is emotional, but consistency is identity. Stoicism teaches a slower, stronger rhythm. Small, disciplined steps repeated daily will always outperform inconsistent bursts of effort. Seneca said, "Well-being is achieved little by little, not through heroic sprints, but through steady devotion to the small things that shape your character." Nature proves this truth. Mountains rise grain by grain, rivers carve stone drop by drop, forests grow seed by seed. Nothing powerful in nature appears overnight, yet people expect instant transformation. This impatience traps them. When results don't come fast enough, they quit. They assume slow progress means failure, but slow is smooth, and smooth becomes unstoppable. Intensity impresses others. Consistency builds you. Anyone can have a strong week. Anyone can show up when motivated. Anyone can post progress in the honeymoon phase. But consistency is who you are when motivation fades, when no one sees, when progress slows, when the excitement disappears. That is character. Highly disciplined people aren't the loudest or most dramatic. They're the most steady. They don't explode with effort. They accumulate it. They don't chase motivation. They generate momentum by showing up even on slow, tired, or uninspired days. That's why they surpass everyone who once looked ahead of them. The Stoics practiced this daily, reading a little, training a little, refining themselves a little. Brick by brick, they built inner strength so solid that chaos and hardship could not break them. The modern world trains you to crave extremes, but extremes are fragile. They shatter easily. One missed day becomes a week. A missed week becomes a month, and the dream you sprinted toward becomes a regret you avoid. Consistency, on the other hand, is resilient. Miss a day, you return. Have a bad week, you adjust. Feel unmotivated, you still do the minimum to stay aligned. Consistency isn't perfection, it's refusing to break the chain. Here's a Stoic strategy that transforms everything: the 3 core tasks rule. Each day, choose 3 actions aligned with the person you want to become. 1 for your body, 1 for your mind, 1 for your future. Even if they take 10 minutes each, these reps compound into unstoppable progress. Momentum doesn't come from intensity, it comes from repetition. One intense workout won't change your life, but 100 consistent ones will. One burst of motivation won't rewrite your destiny, but a year of steady effort will. And here's the twist: the more consistent you become, the more you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you no longer wait for motivation. Discipline becomes your default. You act not because you feel inspired, but because it reflects who you are now. The Stoic path is simple: small daily actions, repeated until identity takes over. That's how ordinary people become undeniable. Not by doing everything, but by doing something every single day. Consistency beats intensity every time. 6. Become emotionally unshakable. If your emotions control you, everything else will control you too. People, situations, comments, disappointment, pressure, uncertainty. Every external force gains the power to derail you. That's why becoming emotionally unshakable isn't optional. It is the core of Stoic strength, the foundation of a disciplined life. Most people live like emotional puppets. Someone's tone shifts, their mood collapses, a message is left on read, their confidence drops, a goal takes longer, their motivation disappears. A stranger criticizes them, their entire day falls apart. This isn't living, it's reacting. It's handing your power to anyone who can trigger you with a single word. But the Stoics lived differently. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." He wasn't teaching numbness, he was teaching mastery, the ability to choose your response instead of letting the world choose it for you. Being emotionally unshakable doesn't mean you feel nothing, It means you understand your emotions without letting them dominate you. You observe the storm without becoming the storm. You hold the wheel steady, even when the waves rise. Every emotional reaction has a cost. Anger drains clarity. Anxiety drains momentum. Overthinking drains courage. But the most dangerous cost of emotional instability is this: it destroys your consistency, interrupts your progress, and turns small obstacles into massive walls. A person who cannot manage their emotions cannot manage their life. You cannot build a powerful identity with a fragile emotional system. You cannot pursue big goals with a mind that collapses under pressure. You cannot stay consistent if every small trigger knocks you off your path. That's why Stoics train their emotions the same way athletes train their bodies, through repetition, awareness, and disciplined self-control. They knew feelings are not commands. They are signals, and signals can be examined, understood, reframed, and redirected. Here is the Stoic method that builds emotional unshakability. 1. Pause before you react. The moment you feel triggered, pause. This tiny delay breaks the chain of automatic emotional responses. Anger wants speed. Fear wants speed. Ego wants speed. Strength wants stillness. 2. Breathe to reset the nervous system. Your breath is your emergency brake. Slow breath, slow mind. Steady breath, steady judgment. Control your breathing and your emotions lose their grip. 3. Question the story your mind is creating. Your mind exaggerates. I'm failing. They hate me. This will ruin everything. None of these are facts. They're interpretations. Ask, is this true? Or is this my fear talking? 4. Act from identity, not emotion. Return to this question. What would the strongest version of me do right now? That one question will save you from 90% of emotional mistakes. Let's be real. Emotional mastery will make you a minority in this world. Most people are controlled by impulses, triggers, resentment, insecurity, and ego. When you stay calm, they don't know how to handle you. When you don't react, they lose power. When you respond with clarity instead of chaos, you become the one in control of every room you enter. Calm is not weakness. Calm is dominance. Calm is authority. Calm is self-respect. Calm is the ultimate flex. And here's the beautiful consequence of emotional unshakability. You stop quitting. You stop doubting yourself. You stop being manipulated. You stop being pulled in every direction. Your focus sharpens. Your identity strengthens. Your path becomes clear. When emotions can no longer shake you, the world can no longer stop you. This is the Stoic advantage. While others are drowning in their reactions, you're building your life with intention, strength, and unwavering clarity. Become emotionally unshakable, and success will see a person it cannot break. 7. Focus on self-mastery, not success. One of the greatest traps in modern life is obsessing over success. People chase the outcome so hard that they forget to become the kind of person who can hold that outcome. They want the rewards, but resist the transformation. They want the finish line without the miles. They want the title without the identity. And that is why most people stay exactly where they are. Stoicism flips this entire mindset. Don't chase success. Chase mastery. Because success is unpredictable, but mastery is within your control. Success depends on timing, luck, opportunity, external validation. Mastery depends only on you, your discipline, your choices, your habits, your internal standard. Epictetus taught this with razor-sharp clarity. Focus not on what you cannot control, but on what you can, your mind, your actions, your effort. And when you truly internalize that, something profound happens. You stop living like a victim of circumstances and start living like a creator of your character. Modern culture celebrates achievement, not mastery. People applaud end results, not the mindset behind them. They worship trophies, not discipline. They chase applause, not internal excellence. But here's the truth. Without mastery, success is fragile. A person who becomes wealthy without mastering discipline loses it. A person who becomes influential without mastering humility collapses. A person who becomes skilled without mastering consistency declines. And a person who gains attention without mastering identity becomes a puppet to other people's opinions. Success without mastery is a sandcastle waiting for the tide. Self-mastery means you're building on stone. It means you measure your life by who you're becoming, not by what you're collecting. It means your value isn't determined by followers, income, praise, or speed. It's determined by your ability to remain aligned with the strongest, highest version of yourself. Self-mastery is built through 3 pillars. 1. Master your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. If your internal world is chaotic, reactive, fearful, or self-critical, no amount of success will fix it. Stoic training teaches you to observe your thoughts, question your stories, detach from impulses, and return to clarity. A clear mind makes strong decisions. A strong mind makes strong outcomes. 2. Master your actions. Intentions don't transform your life. Actions do. And actions repeated with discipline become identity. Do the things you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing them. That's the difference between amateurs and masters. Masters act according to their principles, not their mood. 3. Master your energy. Where your energy goes, your future grows. When you waste it on distractions, drama, comparison, resentment, or self-doubt, you suffocate your potential. When you channel it into focus, effort, and skill, you become unstoppable. The more you work on mastery, something interesting happens. You stop obsessing about results. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop rushing your timeline. You stop panicking when progress slows. Instead, you develop an inner stability that success can't give you and failure can't take away. This is why truly powerful people stay consistent even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. They understand that mastery is the path and success is the side effect. They know that slow progress is still progress. They know that building character is more important than building applause. They know that the process makes them strong and strength makes them inevitable. When you focus on mastery, rejection doesn't break you. Delay doesn't discourage you. Failure doesn't define you. You rise again because you are built from within, not from the opinions of others. Here's the final truth. Success is attracted to people who focus on mastery. When you become disciplined, consistent, emotionally unshakable, focused, and intentional, success eventually loses the ability to ignore you. It has no choice but to show up. Become a master of yourself, and you will win even before the results arrive. If you've made it this far, then hear this clearly. You're no longer the same person who pressed play. You've walked through 7 Stoic growth truths that reshape your discipline, your identity, your focus, your emotions, and your entire philosophy of achievement. That alone puts you in the top % of people who don't just dream about changing, they do the work. Remember the path. Stop negotiating with your excuses. Build identity over mood. Remove what weakens you. Guard your attention fiercely. Choose consistency over intensity. Become emotionally unshakable and pursue mastery, not success. Because success isn't magic. It isn't luck. It isn't reserved for the chosen few. Success is simply the inevitable consequence of becoming the kind of person who refuses to break their word to themselves. And if you live these truths daily, you'll reach a point where success can no longer ignore you. It will have to come your way. So keep building, keep showing up, keep growing quietly, relentlessly, intentionally. And if this message spoke to something deep inside you, let me know in the comments. I build myself daily. Like the video, subscribe for more Stoic content, and share this with someone who's ready to rise with you. Your new life begins with your next disciplined choice.